starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house. I've been out for a few days, of course, with some big life changes, and here we are, Superman touring Australia. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Of course, you know I'm a Kiwi from New Zealand, and here we are in Aussie. So got the air conditioning in the background. This is part of the way of life here. So yeah, that's how it rolls. So pretty cool. Hope you guys haven't missed me for too long. And it's good to be back. So we're going to go through, obviously, a little bit of crypto and see how it goes. And I'll be pretty much broadcasting probably every couple of days. Normally, of course, you guys know I've been doing about 6 years of virtually every day streaming. But there'll be a few gaps just as I'm settling in for a while here in Australia. So should be a bit of fun. Don't forget to, if you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe and hit the follow button on X. But that's kind of where we are right now. So good to be back. And I know many people have been keen for me to get back streaming, and here I am. As you guys know, loving Pulsechain. And, of course, on the pullback right now, it is obviously always a buyer's market until we get that uptrend that we all know that's coming. And when that does happen, it's going to be pretty glorious. Even the mighty cryptos have pulled back, even though we had that big liquidation event last year in October. We've got another one here right now. So we're going to have a look where the bulls are, and of course the bulls largely wrong, I would say, generally, and some of the people, the bears, have called it correctly. So this is kind of where we are, but we are ready for the fundamentals, which are hyper bullish for 26 and 27. And to get this in crypto, get these pullbacks, what a beautiful entry for everybody to get in, and you just have to be patient and wait for it to go for the big moon that we're expecting. We saw commodities go, stock market go, and of course we know that crypto is going to have its big day in the sun, and it is up next, really. So that's kind of some of the background. So we're going to get into that. We've got Sean O'Malley in the house there, up only. Good to see you, Sean, as always. Nice to see you, Superman. Hey, good to be back, Sean. And yeah, nice to be streaming. It's a bit weird when I wasn't streaming, so it's good to be back streaming as well. Sean says, you're an Aussie, in New Zealand. That's hilarious. So we've switched positions, Sean. We've switched positions indeed. I hope you're doing okay there. I don't know if it's raining there right now, but yeah, it's good. It's good. So yeah, enjoying the sun here. I had quite a day, exciting day here in Australia today, and it was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So fantastic stuff there. Right, let's jump away. Let's get into a little bit of the stocks and see where things have lined up since I've been out. I don't think I've streamed. I don't know what the last day I streamed, but it's the biggest gap since I think I was ill one time. So it's kind of it. So yeah, the 3rd of Feb. So maybe I stopped streaming. What was it, the 29th or something of January? So 5-6 days is pretty decent for me, and I will have a few more gaps in between because I got to go. Yeah, I'm going up the Sunshine Coast, so on Thursday. So there's more adventure to be had as Superman tours Aussie, and hopefully meet some Australians and have a good time. So far, I've had fun meeting certain Australians, so it's been good. Yeah, or Sean's meeting Kiwis. How about that? And a few other people, right? And a few other people. Wookie's in the house there. Superman on tour. Wow, says Wookie. Yeah, indeed. And it's going to probably be an extended tour there, Wookie. Probably an extended tour as well. And yeah, I still haven't had a haircut yet, so I've got to get a haircut as well. Get ship shape and all that. I did go to an Aussie mall today, bought some Aussie clothes, and so yeah, I haven't got myself a corkscrew hat yet, but I'm sure that's coming. Certainly, the flies are different here in Australia because they sort of pest you, but in New Zealand they don't pest you that much. So it's a little different there. All right, I wish I could tell you the story today that I had. It was absolutely amazing. And yeah, it was pretty epic. So good times to be had. And maybe I'll tell you the story later on. Let's see how we go. All right. So, oh yeah, Wookie, by the way, just on the silver, Wookie, man, I called it the day before silver did the big crash. And I said, oh, it's time to take profits. And it was the day before it crashed. So there we are, another great call from Superman. That was pretty legendary. Of course, you typically can't, unless you've got your broker on the phone, it's pretty hard. So it'll take a couple of days to sell down, but that was a pretty damn good call. So if you guys haven't joined Strategy Club, you should definitely consider joining. Links in the video description and pinned to the top of X, of course. All right, so let's kick into it and let's have a look where the markets are right now. So let's jump away to there. You might hear the aircon in the back, I don't know, but let's have a look where the stock market's been. So it looks like Monday was pretty good. We had the Dow Jones up 1%. We had the S&P 500 up 0.5%, and we had the NASDAQ up 0.5%. So a nice little bounce there for the Dow Jones. Now, I'm expecting those to be huge, guys. Here's the basic reason. All the fundamentals are bullish. The short term, of course, we get market manipulation and corrections based on short-term information. But the long-term horizon for 26, 27 is outstanding. And, of course, the Trump's golden age of America, right? So let's think if United States is earning $28, $29 trillion and they're growing at 5-6%, which is what we're getting very close to doing, especially after the new Fed chair gets in place, we're looking, 6% growth. Imagine that, guys. We could be looking at, $1.5 trillion, $1.8 trillion of extra GDP. It is mind-blowing, guys, mind-blowing. So that's a lot of wealthy people out there, and it's going to be an absolute game changer. So, it's going to be pretty epic. Woogie goes, did you get a Queensland jersey? No, not yet. No. I'm currently in South Australia, so I'll be moving around Australia. So it's going to be a bit of fun there. I will be streaming from Sunshine in a few days, so maybe 2 days, 3 days. So we'll see how we get on with that as well. All right, I got to take my trusty mic with me, my Assure mic. So there we go. But that is where we are. It looks like we had good markets also in the Asian markets overnight or earlier today. So they seem to be pretty good. So everything's going pretty nicely there. And of course, you remember there was the the bond issue in Japan. So far, that looks like it's been settled, and I think the US is playing a role in keeping that stable, right? All right, so let's jump over to the US dollar at the moment, 97.27. So it's depreciated just a little bit. We're still holding up in that 97, 98 range. Let's go to the commodities. We've got West Texas at the moment down 0.5% at $61.80. Brent oil at down, just over 0.5% at $66, let's say. We got gold right now up 5.5%, so a bit of a recovery rally there going on at 4,900. And if we look at the chart here, let's look at the last month. We can see that big violent sell-off there, and called that on the day there. You can go check up the old Discord there if you're not joining our Discord. The link's in the video description. But we had a nice little bounce back. So it looks like we're up at $5,600 for gold. We got retraced all the way back down to $4,700. So it's close to $800, maybe let's say $750 or so, and we're bounced back to 49. So a bit of recovery there. About $150, $150 recovery there. Silver, of course, had an absolutely outstanding run. Look at that, $120, and of course that is now down at 85. And you guys know I've been talking about this for about 2 years. This run into silver between $75 and $125, and look, it's gone to $120 so far. Absolutely amazing. So pretty awesome, and we are expecting rotation trade into crypto, right? We've probably seen a lot of crypto people jump into the commodity trades as well. So $85, $86, up 11.5% right now on silver. So nice little comeback there. But what a call in Discord! You go check it out. It was just the day before, and it was only, I don't know how many hours later, maybe 10 hours later or something, and crashed. It went crash. So that was pretty awesome. That's pretty much where we are with the commodities. Obviously, we've got the Fed meeting coming up. We had no change in January. We've got a new chair coming up in May. And, of course, we've got 6 weeks to go until March the 18th for our next Fed meeting. We got expecting no change in the 76% expecting a no change in the interest rates on the 29th of April. And, of course, that's before we get a new chair. The new chair comes in May. And, of course, June is the first meeting after that. And we actually have the majority of the market expecting a rate cut there. So if we add them all up, we've got about 55% or plus, just over 55% of the market expecting a rate cut of 25 to 50 basis points. Now, you guys know, I think, we've got true deflation there happening, or true inflation's got the numbers of inflation down towards 1.2%. There's a little bit of a jump in some of the inflation metrics, but ultimately I think that's going down. So we're going to have massive growth with relatively low inflation and even deflation in some areas. So I think that's looking super, super good for the golden age of America. So, except the second half of the year is actually going to be legit, guys, with the new chair. And there's always a little bit of testing of the new chair, but I think it's going to be pretty good going forward. So, we've still got that, record monetary printing. We've got bond buying. We've got the interest rate cycle having a big pause in it, but ultimately we'll get back on track in the middle of the year, and it's game on, right? So pretty exciting happening there. And of course, that will probably add another 1% to GDP, and that will get us over the 6%. Unbelievable numbers. I think the last time we saw numbers like this was back in 1950s or something like that. It was a long time ago. And of course, under Democrats and stuff, they have a pretty poor record with GDP growth. So Trump is bringing the holy grail, and it's just going to be unbelievable. So still holding on to all the fundamentals, still looking good, despite the 4 or 5 short-term measures which we've highlighted before that could be bearish, and they have played out obviously to some degree. And of course, market makers out there as well. They make money on the way up and the way down. So that's kind of where we've been at the moment. So that is where we are. Let's jump over to the crypto market and check that out as well. Let's jump into there. All right, let's pull that up, and we're going to have the full screen. I think we'll go full screen, and let's have a look at that. So total market right now is 2.7 trillion. OMG, so small is the crypto market, up 2.2%. But the re-rate is going to be glorious, and we're probably looking at $20 trillion or something insane by the time we're all said and done. So it's probably a 10x on the total market cap, something insane like that when we get this bull run coming. So buy while you can, guys. It's a gift in the hand right now. Up 2.2%. We've got Bitcoin at the moment at $78,000. Of course, that's already tested that mark for Tom Lee. Tom Lee, of course, got a technical analysis that had the mark coming down to 77 by this time this year, and that was called at the end of last year. And we've seen recently that there has got down to 76,400. So that's pretty much hit the Bitcoin mark for that bear case. So that's pretty much played out, which his TA guy had. Now, obviously, Tom Lee was talking about potentiality of ending January, I think, around 200K, and some hyper rally that has not played out. So let's go back here to the market cap. That's kind of where we are right now. So this could be a real strong bounce back from here. We're up 3% now in 24 hours. This could be very much the bottom for that big mega run that we're expecting into this year. Now, we've got Ethereum at the moment at $2,320, up 4.3%. So we quick look at this one as well. And we can see that we bottomed out pretty much around a 21.96. So that would have been a beautiful pickup here. And I think it's pretty exciting to pick up at this range. And of course, Tom Lee was talking about 2,400 with the TA specialist, but we got actually down to 22. And that's, probably a lot of people calling the bottom, and including, Kathy from ARCs. So I think it's pretty much on the way up from here. All right, so that is pretty bullish in terms of finding the bottom here. So a gift in hand. Remember, it was not too long ago, people were paying $3,300 for Ethereum. Now you can get it for $2,300. So not bad, not bad. Now, BNB at the moment is number 4, up 3.8%, $780. XRP is at $1.61, up 2%. Solana up 3.3% right now. And that's at $104. Tron at number 8, up 0.1%, 28.3 cents. And number 10 is Doge, up 3.6% at 10.7 cents. So those are our top 10 right now. Best performer right now is Ethereum, up 4.3%. So not bad there. Best performer over the last week is probably Tron, only down 4.1%. Worst performer in the top 10, let's see here, is Ethereum, down 21%. So you guys are getting a gift in the hand with the old Ethereum because, the narrative hasn't changed. The fundamentals of Ethereum are all looking good. The queue to get into Ethereum staking right now, I think, was something like 4 million ETH. Obviously, Bitmine Immersion is going to fully stake that. That would give them an earning of about $400 million a year. That's huge. And they've got about $600 million in cash, also earning money as well. So these guys, they've basically got the battle there. They're just going to ride through this downtrend. And of course, they want to pick up another, was it another 1.8 million or just under 1.8 million more ETH to get their 5%, right? So they after about 6 million, and they got about 4.2. So there's only the way up from there, and I think they've even been buying a bit more Ethereum over the last couple of days that we've been here. So these prices are a gift in the hand. Tom Lee will be laughing. He's gets mocked now by some quarters, but he'll be laughing himself silly later on. So nothing has really changed with that. All right, best performer in the top 100. We got it says 101, but it's probably just pipped out there, and that's Kype. K-Hype, they're up 38%. Hyperliquid up 37% there. Canton up 25%. MYX Finance up 9%. And that's pretty much it, I think, from the looks of it. Let's have a look at these other numbers. Yeah, I don't know. The website's not quite operating quite well. Well, let's give it a little refresh just for that. We'll try that 7 days again. So that's pretty much it for the top performers in top 100. Top 1,000, we've got Zalika up 66%. Kanik up 39%. And Coin98 up 42%. Trending overall, Hyperliquid, Zalika, Moonbird's number 3 there. So that's our overview at the moment. What a gift in the hand right now. I think it's a pretty good pickup zone. And, if Kathy from ARK and Tom Lee and all that are right, then this is pretty much probably the bottom of this move down. And it could be very well the big rally to the upside from here. Obviously with some volatility, because we've still got some of those short-term volatility issues as well. So that's kind of the play. On that, let's jump over into Pulsechain and see where that's at right now. So we'll jump away from there. Once again, if you haven't joined Strategy Club, links in the video description or pinned to the top of X. Join up today. Just over $1 a day to join up, and you get all the intel in there. And I've even been posting intel while I've been traveling. So there we go. All right, let's jump into Pulsechain. We are so close, guys, today to 1,000 days on Pulsechain. We are already pretty much, I think, today or yesterday, at the 1,000 days since the Pulsechain fork of Ethereum back on the 10th of May 2023. And, of course, that launched only 3 days later on the 13th of May 2023. Pulsechain launched, and we're at day 998 right now. So we've only got, 2 more days, theoretically, to the 1,000, and it's game on, right? So let's check out how Pulsechain is going right now. So it looks like Pulsechain having a nice little bounce today, obviously off a very low base, coming off all-time lows pretty much. We've got Pulse at the moment 8% at 4 zeros, 119, so it's 12% of the mean sacrifice price. We've got Pulsex at the moment at 5 zeros, 941. So we actually lost a zero as well on Pulsex. Now that happened during my traveling time, so I haven't been able to commentate on that, but that's up 6.6% today on low base. So these are all low bases. Imagine you got access to five zeros to get Pulsex bag volume. Pretty awesome. We got the buy and burn at the moment sitting at 8.45% on the ALGO Pulse. Obviously, Pulsechain Stats has a slightly different number, which is slightly higher. Incentive token at the moment, 52 cents, up 7.4%. And Hex at the moment on Pulsechain having a real nice day. Actually, one of the leaders today, up 13.8% on Pulsechain. But look at EHEX there, still struggling. 00069, can you believe it? OMG, you can pick up so much EHEX right now. And I'm sure dip catches Netflix can't be too far away, right? Can't be too far away there. All right, so that's kind of where we are with Pulsechain, day 998. We're pretty much, tomorrow it'll be day 999, and then we're pretty much, 24 hours away from 1,000 days on Pulsechain. Let's see if these green candles off the slow base can continue, right? And then it's all glory for the next, 1,000 days. We shall see. So that's kind of where we are right now on that. Let's have a quick look at the gas prices. Gas prices at the moment, 1.6 million beats, so pretty high. I mean, that's, what's that? It's 5-6 times higher than normal. But we've got the price of Pulse down, so we're at 0.7 of a penny right now. And we've got, let's go to the validators and see where we are right there. So everything at the moment is obviously on the low side. Now, obviously, if you pick off the low, you end up being a winner chicken dinner later on in the future, right? Which we are bullish about in 26 and 27. Remember, when ETH does the big run that we're expecting, the Magic Cart Ride money also does the big run, and that could be pretty critical. We already saw Richard Hart in his video last year talk about $10,000 being a key mark there. So anyway, 54,000 validators, so that's sitting pretty strong. Let's have a look at the bridge. Obviously, the bridge, I think, has had quite a lot of leakage out of the bridge. So we're at $68.3 million right now. EHEX is dragging us down, obviously, $7.25 million. And let's have a look. I got my snapshot, right? This is a little while back, but let's have a look where this was at. And what day was this snapshot? It was, we're at 77.6. So we're almost down. We're down about, 8.5, 9 million, something like that, about 8.5 million. and this was back on the 20th of January. So this is about 2 weeks old. 2 weeks old. So we had 6,052 ETH 2 weeks ago. We got 5,800, so we're down about 250 ETH over the last 2 weeks. DAI was 16.3 million, and we're down at 15. So we've lost a lot of DAI, and that hurts. That does hurt. And of course, we had the big dumpers and things like exploiters and things. So we're down $1.3 million on DAI. Or USDC, we were at 15.9. We're now at 15 and a quarter, so we've lost quite a bit there too. 650K or so. So we've been pretty hit hard there. USD Tether was 44.8 million, and we're now at 4.7. So we lost, how much there? Pretty close actually. We're pretty close. Maybe down about $20,000-$30,000 on the USD Tether. But EHEX, of course, getting smashed. The EHEX was at 8.5 million. We're now at 7 and a quarter. So we're down over 1.25 million there on the EHEX. Bitcoin, of course, we've still got about the same amount of Bitcoin, 20 Bitcoin. But of course, the price is down about $260,000, and that's kind of where we are right now. That's we're holding on at 68. We were over 80 million not long ago, but that was brief. Remember, that was brief. That was probably about 3 weeks ago. So 68.3 million. Let's see how we get on. And of course, EHEX dragging us down there too with those 5 zeros. Was it 5 zeros? So it was pretty 4 zeros. 4 zeros. Can't remember now. 3 zeros was it? 3069 I think it was. All right, let's jump into the Pulsechain overall. In terms of the volume, we've got $6.7 million right now. And we've got, at the moment, the top leader is Beast. So from one of the OG Web Chef ones, Beast, they're up 77%. And that's sitting at 8 cents right now. That's versus Bitcoin. Teddy Bear, though, James and Maria. Now, you guys know I've been wanting to do a show on James and Maria, and it's funny enough that they're sort of pumping with the volume right now, up 38%. So Teddy Bear there is Teddy Bear is supposed to be kind of the main coin to kind of represent the whole system of James Maria. Remember, he had his first launches. He had two main groups of token launches, and Teddy Bear was kind of represent the general meme health of the ecosystem. But it's up 30% right now. And let's have a quick look at the Pulse Teddy Bear versus Pulse. And let's see how that's looking right now. So we're at 0.000339. We've got a big pump going on this week, as you can see in the green candle. So it's kind of cool. But let's have a look at the ratio to Pulse, and we've got the weekly candles here as well. Let me log this so it looks a bit easy to see. So it's quite a nice little pump there, and it'll be interesting to see whether this can continue its uptrend. But it's certainly looking pretty good today, almost at 0.004,000 on the old Teddy Bear. Always makes me think of the movie Teddy Bear with the old accent there. Was it like a New Yorker accent or something like that? So let's get back into it. So that's Teddy Bear going all the way from number 2, number 6. We've had FS Gel as well, sitting around for 2 months. It's up 36%. SCADA from Neat the Supply up 27%. Pepe, top meme coin, obviously generally in crypto, up 25% right now. PTC the Grey just sneaking into the top 10 as PTC the Grey. And that is up 23% as well. But look at that, 4 zeros, 8,800 OMG. That's so much lower than what we've seen, but it is having a bounce back today. So from 4 zeros, 7,200. Let's look at the pulse ratio, and we'll go to the weekly candles as well. Obviously, the daily is up there, and that daily is giving us a nice little green candle, 7.47. So actually, the chart's looking not too bad, is it, for the old PTC de Greys? We're pulsed down, and a little bit of a pump going on that chart. In fact, it's still holding on to a higher low at 6.5, being up from 5.1. So rates pulse per PTC. And you can see the RSI there just ticking up towards the 50. So not too bad there. And, of course, big shout to Prairie Banana out there. He's always doing his thing and, of course, leading the way there for PTC de Greys. Pump Tires DAI is up 20% right now. 00015. And we've got, what else there? World's Greatest P-Dye Printer. One of the OG Web Chefs at $1.15. It's up 20% as well. Finvesta, the grandparent of all the OGs there, OG Web Chefs, up at $4.83. That's certainly down a bit, but it's up 18% today at number 17. BFF Finvesta also up 16% there. We've got some of the more James Maria, I guess, treasury bills type things, up 16%, 70%. Atropa in the mix there too at number 22, up 16% as well. Firewall making a bit of a move there, up 15%. Swarm at number 26 is up 14%. We got Most Wanted, one of the top pump tire memes, is up for 13% there. And then, of course, Hex, as we talked about earlier, has snuck in there, almost back to 0.2 of a penny, and that's up 13%. So Hex there showing some life, particularly on the Pulsechain side. The EHEX there still struggling, which you can pick up massive volumes of EHEX right now at 000 so that's a food for thought. Just you got to hold on to the swing trade, right? Emmett at the moment. So obviously our superstar for Kairos from Emmett Farms, really leading the way with the farming and innovation and sustainability is Emmett Farms, and they're $1.47 right now, up 12.5%, so not bad there. UFO from PTC the Greys at number 12, number 36, it's up 12% as well. Missa from OG Web Chef up 11.5%. Saw Sun Mini Meal supposed to be migrating to Solana, but we haven't seen it quite yet. That's up 11.4%, sitting at 5,600. That's almost been a stable coin at that price, isn't it? On the old Sun and Mini Meal at number 38. Number 40 is Pulse Puppy, up 10%. So we've got 40 coins at the moment, or at least 40 pairs that are over 10% on the old top 100 here, trending on Pulsechain with Dex Screener. Then we've got a few others there from OG Web Chef. We've got PulseX and Dominance from OG Web Chef up 9%. 9mm having a nice little break to the upside, 9% as well. And of course, 9mm should re-rate real strong when Pulsechain does get that reversal, right? Because it's the second biggest DEX at the moment. But I think there'll probably be 3 or 4 DEXs by the time we get to that big rally for the old Pulsechain. Wookie says, what part of New Zealand, Sean? Well, probably not Christchurch there, Wookie, probably not Christchurch. Anyway, we got to move on. But number 44 is Sparta, and that's up 9% right now. Mafia coin from Rack and Michelle up 72 cents, holding up pretty well actually. Let's have a look at that. That's up 8.6%, and that chart's still looking pretty good, isn't it? So 72 cents there, and it's 3 months until the whitelist starts getting rolled out. So we're 21 days into that. 21 days out of 90 days approximately before those randomly start coming to market. And of course, a lot of rollouts to happen by that time, right? It's a lot of rollouts. Let's give a look at the website and see how many chains they've got added on there since I've been away for about 6 days, right? Sean says Hamilton, the old farming capital of the North Island there, the old Hamilton. All right, so what chains we got at the moment? We got Pulsechain Ethereum. So still haven't had base chain. They teased base chain, haven't seen that yet, but we're looking out for that. And let's see on the one here. Yeah, so Pulsechain Ethereum. Now, looking at some of the other coins, of course, they've got, really love the site. They've done a great job with the site. It looks very slick. So, and we've got 8 pages now of coins. Let's see how many we've got that have launched, I guess. Bonding curve, so graduated. Let's go to graduated. How many we got there? We got 5, 10, 11 have graduated. I think last time I looked at it was at 6. So we've gone to 11. So another 5 maybe over the last week that have bonded there. But man, the site is really slick, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. So kind of cool. Now, I don't think we've got this KOL thing available yet. No, not launched anyway. And of course, we've got the referrals there as well. So we might do something around this in the future. So stay tuned for that. The old Coin Mafia still holding pretty good price though, 71 cents, 72 cents. Let's have a look at Liberty at number 46, up 8%. ALGO, Hex derivative, we're obviously waiting for Hex, is up 7.8%. X game as well, 7.7% there. And then we've got Peacock sitting almost at 1.3 cents, up 7.7%. And of course, Peacock there has continued to roll out some pretty severe, some amazing ecosystem. These guys are just rolling out just I call them the Kraken of a Pulsechain, is the old Liberty Swap. They really are leading the way there. So let's have a look at a few of the updates. They've obviously been talking about AI, incorporating that. Solving a lot of problems. Obviously, they're going to be, think of a unified liquidity pool cross-chain, big swapping DEX bridge. I mean, this kind of, they've got the whole thing, and also with privacy. So it's the holy grail, right? These guys are building out the holy grail, and it's on Pulsechain, or at least, based off Chop Pulsechain. So that's massive. It really is the Kraken on Pulsechain that I see at the moment. So pretty awesome. And of course, Liberty X, of course, coming down the line there. Liberty X is solving. Most DEX swapping still forces users into a fixed flow. So they're doing all that sort of stuff. So kind of cool. Liberty X shifts from user executes a swap to user signs an intent. And there's probably a lot of other applications that you can use with intent as well. So very exciting there with these guys. So a lot of cool stuff coming from these guys are the alpha male team. Is it alpha male? Alpha female? I don't know. Alpha male. So they're just crushing it, and it's game on. Now they've been expanding, of course, the amount of chains that they're rolling out, and I believe the next chain, next upgrade for chain there is for Liberty Swap V2 is going to be a whole ton of chains. Like they're just going to just expand to many other chains all at one go. So kind of cool. The other thing, of course, is that they've been doing a lot of buying on the old Peacock, and that's what you get with a utility-backed meme coin. You get all the buying, right? You get all the buying. So pretty exciting stuff there. They've obviously added base recently as well with Shield. There's a Shield, so really are leading the way with privacy. And of course, recently they just implemented Pulsechain, Ethereum, and Base into Railgun project. They're shielding for USDC. Pretty awesome stuff, right? So these guys are absolutely crushing it. They also got their listing, guys, is coming very closely. So they're obviously trying to get coin market cap that's currently listed based on 24-hour volume. They're trying to get all the ticks and I's dotted and the T's crossed with all their information, and then they would get re-rated to market cap, and that could jump them. I think about 3,500. Let's say I can't remember the number there at the moment, but maybe they're 4,300 ranked based on 24-hour volume. They could jump them into the top 1,000, and of course that could, once they do that, that will spur another rally to the upside. In addition to all the utility and revenue fees that they're slowly building out, right? Pretty awesome, and they really are at the frontier of the privacy DEX revolution, right? So exciting stuff. So they're continuing on there, and we're looking forward to a lot of the stuff that they're bringing out, right? So a lot more, Liberty X and everything else coming down the line there. So these guys are absolutely doing amazing with that stuff. So we'll probably do a bit of a more deep dive. That is kind of where Peacock right now, and it's looking pretty good as well on the 4 hourly, I think. What's the 4 hourly looking like? Yeah, we're getting some bullish crosses coming up here as well. So not bad. Let's look at the pulse ratio right now, sitting at 1072 right here. So looking pretty good on the charts, isn't it? The old Peacock there. And of course, if they get, I think they're only about a week or so away from potentially that market cap upgrade. It must be something like that. Could be mega huge in addition to all the utility and new product expansion they're doing. Obviously, we got Liberty Swap V2, we got Shield, and of course Liberty X coming. So game on. And of course, they got other stuff coming down the pipeline as well into Q1, Q2. So, but they always seem to be launching earlier generally. With a few occasions where they're slightly a couple of days late, but it's all top tier, world class offerings, and we're lucky to have them on Pulsechain, given how much other stuffs we've had problems with. So very exciting there, and we'll keep tracking the old Peacock there. All right, we've got Curve at number 51, up 7.7%. We've got Stake DETH at the moment is up 7% as well. Doubt, one of the other top meme coin tokens on Pulsechain, up 7%. Zero Trust. Which is part of the trifecta really with Liberty Swap. I think they're all involved with the same kind of team, possibly. Up 7% there. Moonix at number 56, up 6%, almost 7%. Pump Tires, the official token there, up 6.8%. And then we've got Incentive token there from Richard Hart, up 6.5% as well. Let's scroll down here a little bit further. We've got SolidX at the moment at 27 cents, up 6%. UFO at 69, up 5.4%. And then we've got the rest of them, so which are up a few percentage points as well. Let's pick off a few others here. Top Hat has been one of the leaders the last couple of days, I've noticed. They're up 3.8% today, sitting at 1/10 of a penny. And we got Mafia from Jacob, up 3%. We're waiting for the final launch, aren't we, for the killing part. So we're still waiting for that as far as I know. But that's up there as well. Vouch Course, our top valid on Pulsechain, up 1.4%. And yeah, the one thing I didn't mention about Coin Mafia from Rack and Michelle was he announced about doing 1,000 pulse validators, right? So that's a pretty bullish thing for that project as well, and burning coins in the future, I guess. Unity at the moment up 1.125% from Cryptographics, and let's see where else we are there. PMX 500 up slightly as well. So we do have a bit of green candles. 94 coins at the moment are green, obviously after quite the retrace on the chain, along with the rest of crypto. Zendog at the moment down slightly as well, and that's pretty much it. Liquid loans down 2% as well at the moment, and it's pretty small amount of liquidity there, 50K. So I wonder whether liquid loans will transfer a few of those tens of millions into that one day. We'll see. But that is kind of the play at the moment on the trending on the old crypto. Now that's going to lead us into, of course, the Pulsechain weekly monster thread. So that came out yesterday, didn't it? And that's the hottest thing there. So big shout out to MBS Crypto, the editor-in-chief of that, and of course the promotional lead of the Crypto Note show. Before we get into that, we've got a couple more comments. Wookie, Hamilton's a bit of a plane flight away from where you are, and out at the Coromandels today. Well, Coromandel, of course, one of the nicest spots in the North Island. That is pretty awesome. So enjoy yourself there, Sean. I hope you're not getting too sunburned, but the white beaches are gorgeous, and so are the waterfalls and the rest of it. So enjoy. And then, unfortunately, you're going to Auckland on Friday. But Auckland's a pretty beautiful city, but it's a pretty crazy, hectic place to drive around. So there we go. All right. We're doing a bit of a New Zealand review while we're there. Let's get into the Pulsechain weekly monster thread and see what's been happening over the last week, right? So we obviously had Richard Hart announce a new Pulsechain bridge update, V1.1.2. So big shout out to Richard Hart and his team, Bree Tapp and all the rest of them, I guess, and all the people around the bridge. Now, what was the name of the girl that used to do the bridge videos as part of the team there? Yeah, just forgotten her name off the top of my head. But anyway, she's out there. Wildest J, of course, is also out there. Shared a post about Curve volunteering to unload thousands of boxes with Wuji and RS Griffin while sharing his thoughts on the magnitude of the tablet operation. So these guys, as you guys know, there's a whole ton of people around America, around the world, in fact, that handing out these promotional tablets, and they could very well have a surprise effect in the future. And I can see at the top right of this picture, we got Joshua Wu from the Woogie gang there, sneaking out the top there. So he's working hard as well. So nice little picture there. We have Liberty Swap, of course, announced the protocol upgrades over the weekend. USDC on Pulsechain BNB, Ethereum Base, and Arbitrum, as we noted, now fully connected to Liberty Shield. So if you're not familiar with that, you should definitely check out the security around all that. It's pretty neat with the old privacy. A lot of people are keen on that, particularly the whales, right? You're moving big money around. Upcoming ProoveX conference, RH Max there, Friday the 6th of February. So it's only about 3 or 4 days away. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And that's the first ProoveX conference, and RH Max there, leading the way on that one. Now, another one is Proof of Faith. Brandon, of course, a big developer and, of course, influence in the Pulsechain space and on Ethereum, has launched Proof of Faith, uploading the Bible on Pulsechain, permanent and immutable. That's what you do on the blockchain, right? Users can read on the Go free of charge. Yeah. So big shout out to Brandon for that one. True Farms, of course, one of the really innovative teams doing kind of institutional investing to some degree with their RSE investment arm. And of course, as you guys know, they've bought out, about 26% of the Emmett Farm single-side staking pool, earning EDI. Well, they've also launched their own farm in conjunction with Kairos from Emmett Farms, and it's called True Farm. So big shout out to them. These guys are really innovating and leading the way and adding a lot of value from a kind of an investment institutional kind of thing. I'll put it in quotes, but that is pretty exciting to see that. It's something that we do need on Pulsechain. Featuring fresh yield generation opportunities and new single-side staking options on Pulsechain. So a big shout out to the team for that. Keep track of them. You can follow TrueDeFi_IO. They're on X for all the details, and jump into the Telegram. Pulsechain Times, we got Triple Dad. Now, Triple Dad, as you guys know, is leading the way for Coinwell and Coinarchy, I believe, as the leading the way for that for Rack and Michelle and his team. And of course, Triple Dad there got a great reputation, and so we're excited about those big heavyweight projects coming up to Pulsechain. Obviously, with the market conditions as they are, they'll probably be waiting for a bit of an uplift before they start launching those things. But pretty exciting. Now, they hosted a Pulsechain Times show with Fast Abdul featuring Brother KG. So all these three are heavyweight developers on Pulsechain, leading the way. With liquidity forks from Fast Abdul, a DeFi liquidity forks from Triple Dad, and of course Internet Money with the big wallet on Pulsechain, which is doing amazing. It's 106,000 downloads so far, and just crushing it there. So big shout out. CryptoSolve did an article with a comprehensive article promoting Pulsechain to wider audiences, which is pretty cool. We need lots of promotion, obviously, especially when markets are down. And of course, the big argument when markets are down and promotion is that people are getting in on a low entry, guys, and that's the big sell for me. That's the big sell. And if you can talk about the pump mentals in the future, very, very exciting. You just got to be there for the moment. You just got to be. You guys know crypto. You just got to hold on long enough, accumulate off the bottom, and you will laugh yourself silly when we get to the magic carpet ride part of the cycle. So, and of course, Pulsechain also potentially has the magic carpet ride as well. Remember, Richard Hart said he's more interested in Pulsechain season and altcoin season. Obviously, he's not in control of where the ETH price goes, but certainly he's excited about where that will go and what it might be for Pulsechain. Of course, hinting at the $10,000 was pretty exciting. Little Blues Clues there. We got new block explorer. I am Zero Trust, one of these trifecta teams with Liberty Swap, showcases Zero Scan and a brand new block explorer for Pulsechain built by Zero Trustless. Let's have a quick look at this one. And you can see some of the cool stuff happening there. It's pretty futuristic looking. So kind of neat. Look at that. Wow. It's got tokens, portfolio, blockchain, gas. So you can check that as well. Let's have a look at the website. The zeroscan.1, a new block explorer. We need good block explorers, right? So what have we got now? Maybe 7 or 8, is it? Something like that. And it's got lots of features there. Look at that. Pretty cool. Professional grade exploration. And we've got map and network. So pretty cool. So I think this is coming down the line, if I remember right. So keep a look out for that. That's from a Zero Scan. And let's have a look there. So we've also got handing out tablets. Obviously a big theme of the Monster Thread. We've got Susie and Tiger Crypto God, 2 influencers in the Pulsechain there. She had more videos handing out Pulsechain promos. So let's have a look at a couple of those, shall we? But it's pretty cool, getting these out and about and trying a lot of new, delivery modes, as it were. So people putting in at little free libraries on cars. So we've got all that sort of stuff going on there. So have a quick look at some of those. Little library. I love these little libraries. You guys like that when you're like, maybe you go on a trip or something, you go to the country or something, and you find these little free libraries. It's kind of cute, right? It's a thing from the past, but it's great to see them, when you're maybe down at a cottage or something, you're out of the city, and it's kind of one of those special things you kind of remember. But also putting them out on the cars, kind of neat. And people will find those. So it's all outreach, isn't it? All outreach. I haven't even hit the like on that. Let's smash that out. And Tiger Crypto God as well. This is how I approach people. So he's apparently handing out little iPads as well. So there we go on that one. Let's see, where's it going there? Pulsechain is freedom. There we go. All right. So it's kind of cool. We also had Pulsechain in Qatar. We've got Eco Builder there. She had a post highlighting open info service picking up 670 tablets, so quite a lot there for an upcoming crypto conference in Qatar. And of course, Pulsechain needs to do more and more of those. We have seen Liquid Loans and I think KG and others, a Wildest J and other people doing conferences, but we need to do a lot more of those in the Pulsechain space. Low-hanging fruit is all the people that are already in crypto, and they need to hear about Pulsechain. So kind of cool there. You can see them there picking those up. So nice. Very, very cool. A few new faces there in the old Pulsechain as well. So picture with, was it Great King Daniel there? And open info service there as well. Gabriel Vledisides, I guess his name is there. Pretty cool. So great picture of both of them there. All right, so let's scroll down. So that's kind of some of the cool stuff happening there. Now, I think we're almost down to the bottom, just about there. Crypto market structure bill. Crypto Coffee highlights the Senate passing the crypto market structure bill. I think we've had a few issues since then, but very bullish in the right direction. And we see Trump there talking about get it done so I can sign it. And of course, the market has been talking about that unleashing capital. And so that's why you're buying now. And when we got to this range and we get these sort of market structure bills through, the floodgates will open and the capital will flow, right? So that's around, what security, what's a commodity, all that sort of stuff. It's going to be pretty huge, right? So game on there. Definitely watch that with a keen eye. DeFi on Pulsechain. Neil for Crypto hosted the first DeFi on Pulsechain X Spaces with various builders. So great to see that. Obviously, True DeFi doing amazing stuff and now running their own X Space as well. So we've got a good, maybe a good half a dozen people running pretty regular X Spaces now. And Neil and his team there adding DeFi on Pulsechain. So awesome stuff there. You can meet lots of top DeFi projects. Hex T-Share report, Hex Fire there, of course. A drop in the Hex T-Share report, pretty awesome. And of course, What the Hex as well. Digicryptomatic hosted another episode of What the Hex live with Papa B, Toby Wan, and RH Max as well. So a great little stream there with a lot of OGs there dropping their views. So there we go. That's from them. Obviously, more around promo tablets, kind of the main theme in Pulsechain. Pulsechain tablets hit all Australia and Europe, as highlighted by Crypto Coos and Pulse Horse as well. And let's have a look at some of these so we can get some images there as well. So there we go. Some more promo pads all around the world. Like I said, all around the world, Australia and, of course, Europe as well. Let's look at that. There we go. How about that? So there we go. They're getting out there. And kind of cool. So we had some honorable mentions as well. Pulse Beats drops a new Pulsechain Beats. Ben Sierra shared December Hex report with multiple insights. OG Tangent reached out for Pulsechain listings, getting replies from Matcha and Kraken. Pretty exciting there. Where Angelic there shares a post from Enlightened Head for Outreach Operation in Houston. And we're going to have a look at this. Some more iPads, of course. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at those iPad stacks there, or promo pads, I call them. And pretty cool. Operation Outreach X Community in action. So lots of people are really got involved with this big campaign to get these iPads out to different countries and different people in different locations. So kind of cool to see that. All right. And of course, Lee Duke there says people should be treating Hex like they treat BDC, a lot more valuable. And of course, we're seeing a little bit of bounce in Hex today. Now, we do have obviously some big, pretty teams in here. Heartwood Dog, Pulse of the Fallen, massive burn. We're going to talk about that. True DeFi, True Farms Alive, of course. We talked about that a bit earlier. Emmett Farms, of course, single side staking, crushing it out there. Very cool. Of course, Liberty Swap and Uptoken there as well, making some big blasts. But let's have a quick look at the old hog. So hog there did a massive burn, guys. And look at this artwork. This is so badass. I love it. 40 trillion hog was burned, and epic manga, of course. So 40 trillion, holy smokes, 40 trillion hog tokens just got torched. Your friend Somi there sealed the deal with a massive 14 trillion burn, while Mr. Hoggy Hog lit up 26 trillion for a juicy 10% supply reduction. So amazing stuff there. As I understand, someone was saying that Somi was buying back as the amount that he burnt, which I thought was pretty interesting. This epic burn is stinging the eyes and fueling the fire. And of course, there's a cool video there by Hog himself. And I must shout out to him. I said to Hog, in the picture here, I said, "Oh, you got to get out there and you got to do more videos. He's great on video." So look forward to that. But of course, that fire there representing 10%, up to 10% there of the hog getting burned, including of course Somi's hog tokens as well. So pretty exciting there. He also did a post on the 7 reasons this hog manga, or which anime basically, will cook the crypto world, and he's got all the reasons there. Pulse of the Fallen anime is no joke. It's obviously got the entourage effect, the elite art, pre-developed chapters, token utility, impossible to copy, broad reach, and of course memes as cult. So huge stuff there happening, and we're looking forward to season 2 coming out, right? Season 2 of Pulse of the Fallen, and more adventures of Hog, and of course Pulsechain influencers and celebrities, everything else. Pretty awesome. And Hog chart has been performing pretty well. There's Hog in the video. So fantastic stuff. You definitely got to check it out, guys. Definitely got to check it out. We also had True DeFi, of course, launching True Farms. Obviously, the idea with True DeFi, they launched True 2X, which is where you can get like a 2X in your pulse volumes over a period of time. And of course, one of the big enablers of that is True Farms that have launched with Kairos from Emmett Farms. And you can now earn EDI and that with single side staking as well. So big shout out to the team there for innovating. And you can check out all the details there. Big shout out. Got a cool video on there as well. Kind of neat. Go check that one too. Emmett Farm, of course, continues just to innovate and deliver. These guys rocking with the high APRs on Pulsechain. While the prices are down, you're earning those sweet yields. And of course, they've got all their cores. A big shout out to the Pulsechain store, has been a big collab partner. Now, Emmett Farms has got so many of the big players in the farm, so they've done a great job. They're constantly innovating, getting collaborations, getting the top tokens, so you can earn high yields, supporting the Emmett price itself, paying out EDI, doing brand awareness, and building the brand. And they really have become the big farm on Pulsechain. So very exciting. And of course, now we've got True Farms as well out there. So we've got probably 7 or 8 good farms, and of course Emmett there leading the way. So pretty awesome stuff there. Also Morbius, of course, now has got their own farm, and the APRs are 1,000%, I think, at the time of writing. Yeah, almost 1,000%. So you can check out Morbius as well. And of course, they've been doing a lot of cool stuff with high APR farms, and of course, the single-side staking has been a big part of their success. Their NFTs are almost minted out. They're only 1 million pulse to mint out. 464 out of 555 minted out so far, so 83% are gone. You can grab a NFT before they all go, because I'm sure there's going to be some more utility and things like that probably added to it. But go check it out, and check out Kairos and the Telegram there for Emmett Farms. Pretty much, I think, the leading farm, and we've got the action video in play. So kind of cool. All right, so good stuff happening there, folks. And of course, just a few other things highlighting Liberty Swap's upgrades. So big shout out to Liberty Swap, absolutely crushing it, right, with the USDC upgrades there. And of course, for Shield, and we've got Liberty X coming as well. And we're going to have hundreds of trading features. This thing's going to be a juggernaut, guys. Liberty Swap is building out an absolute beast call it the Kraken on Pulsechain. We're going to do a lot more coverage of that. Now, obviously, we talked about not Vault, which is coming up. That's going to be massive. But what is the other one I was thinking of? Not Vault. Vouch, Vouch, the number one valid on Pulsechain. Well, UpX and ValidX, that's the number 2 valid on Pulsechain, right? I think combined together, they've got about 16 to 70% of all the validators. So pretty exciting stuff happening here. And they've had their 1-year anniversary on the January the 27th. So a big shout out to them. So 17% more Pulse earned there. So pretty awesome stuff coming from the UpX team. And of course, if you guys know Haunted, that is pretty much his protocol there. PlusX app's got all the different dApps that they've launched, and of course the Up and UpX token. So pretty successful there with the old ecosystem. Now, I think there are like 6 dApps, isn't they? Different offerings, because ValidateX there is the big second biggest validator on Pulsechain, and they've been crushing it as well. Obviously, when we get a Pulsechain reversal, they're all going to do absolutely fly. So that is the monster thread. So big shout out to Envious Crypto. What a great one there. And I'll just post the link there in the chat as well. Kind of cool. Let me have a look. That is the link right there. So pretty awesome stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed the update. Yeah, first stream from Australia. And of course, Superman on tour in Australia. It's been a lot of fun. And I'm going to try and I probably won't be able to do every day at the moment, just to wait, when you're settling in and moving around the country and stuff like that. But I will be trying to get back to the daily shows as well. So we'll get there. But the next few weeks, certainly, I'll be doing as many as I can. So just, if you see me live, I'll be live kind of thing over the next few weeks. But once I settle in, I'll be able to do a lot more consistency there and get back to the goodness. We've got lots of cool projects, obviously, coming up from Jacob and the Mafia team. And we got, Rack and Michelle. We got Fast Abdul. We got so many teams out there launching some pretty big projects. And so we're excited about where Pulsechain's going. So it's going to be exciting moving forward. Pick up the dips while you can. Ethereum looking pretty tasty. Pulsechain looking pretty tasty. And you can get massive volumes. So make sure you keep that diversified portfolio, all that good stuff. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and subscribe on X. And I will catch you maybe tomorrow. I'll probably be doing a stream tomorrow. And then probably have a day off on Thursday. And then probably stream on Friday. So we're going to try and get back to regular streams as much as fast as quick as possible there, as we document the history and future of Pulsechain, I guess, is the way to go. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to share. If you haven't gotten to Strategy Club, the links and videos on YouTube, and of course pinned to the top of X. You go through the Whoop store, sign up there. Just over $1 a day to join Strategy Club, and you get all the intel flowing in there as well. So it's pretty exciting. So I look forward to joining up and seeing a Strategy Club. And of course, you can get to ask me questions anytime about anything I think about regarding crypto or Pulsechain. So it's a good place to be. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, awesome stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Take care, everybody. Check out the Monster Thread, the hottest weekly news. This is Monster Thread number 39, by the way. 39 weeks of the hottest Pulsechain news. And of course, we're heading up towards 1 year, right? 52 weeks. So what's that? Another 13 weeks to go until we hit the 1 year of the Monster Thread. And of course, it's been an honor and a privilege, along with MVS Johnson, out there, bringing that to the community. And when we get this uptrend, it's going to be absolutely unbelievable, guys. It's going to be so good. All right, and maybe the bottom is in right now with these price calls from Tom Lee and others. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys tomorrow. Yeah, we'll stream tomorrow. All right, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.